I want to get in first Senator Doug Jones of Alabama. He is with us. He endorsed Joe Biden in the primary race. And Senator, thank you for being back on the show. I've got to get your reaction to this breaking news that is developing in just the last 4 minutes here on this program, which is Mike Bloomberg out and backing the candidate that you also support.
Well, it's very exciting. I think it is just a continuation of how Team Biden is really making this race about all Americans right now. If you look and see what happened last night, you know, when a candidate like Joe Biden can win both Texas and Alabama as well as Massachusetts, that says an awful lot about his ability to bring people together from all walks of life, all races, all religions. And I think Mike Bloomberg recognizes that. I got to give him credit, especially in a state like Alabama. He not only raised his profile, but he raised the profile of very important issues that are important in states like Alabama and others. And so this is going to be just an extra boost of wind at Joe Biden's back.
And Bloomberg was just in Selma over the weekend as well.
He was in Selma. He has been around. He's been up on the air a lot. And that, again, people forget. Everybody looks at this as just a pro-Mike Bloomberg ad. But what he was really doing was bringing home issues that affect everybody in Alabama, kitchen table issues of health care and jobs and wages. And those kind of things are what you really got people talking about Mayor Mike. And that I think that is just an important thing to remember. It's the issues that have now been elevated. And those issues play perfectly for Joe Biden's campaign.
So what I'm starting to hear from you, Senator, is the start of what sounds like the bear hug, right? The Bloomberg-Biden bear hug moving forward here. What is the best way then for Team Biden to essentially deploy Bloomberg's massive resources to try to help him win and as the Biden campaign wants to do, take down Bernie Sanders?
Well, I think right now, Mike Bloomberg still has presence in any number of states that have yet to vote. I think Florida is going to be an important state. Mike Bloomberg was in Florida yesterday on Super Tuesday. Florida is an important state. Michigan's an important state. All states are important right now. I mean, we've still got a ways to go in this. And I think that those resources can best be utilized in the states yet to come. But we also have to remember there's going to be a lot of down ballot races. And that's the other thing that Mike Bloomberg was looking at. And when he talks about the candidate best position to win, he's also talking about the candidate best position to help other down ballot races in states like Alabama, in states like Texas, and across America. And clearly that, I believe, and have always believed, is Joe Biden.
You talk about areas where Bloomberg can help. Listen, one area where Joe Biden, according to the exit polling, struggled is with younger voters, right? Bloomberg is not necessarily going to help on that front. How much is that a concern for you moving forward?
I don't think it's a concern at all. We were talking about this just literally as I was coming in here to the studio. At least in so many states, younger voters still don't get engaged that much in a primary election. I think that as they're seeing this election play out, they're getting more and more interested. And I think the fact of the matter is that Joe is going to do incredibly well across all demographics. He doesn't always have to win the younger voters right now, but he will win them in November. There is no question in my mind about that. He is going to win them in November, and that's why I think he has the best opportunity to take the younger voters and combine them with all of the voters like me and others across this country to win in November.
When you talk about down ballot races, Senator, I can't help but think of your own race that is going to be up here and what we saw overnight in Alabama. Jeff Sessions, Tommy Tuberville. You are going to go up against somebody, obviously, come November. Do you have a preference? Which of these two candidates would you prefer to go up against?
You know, Hallie, it's what we're seeing is just a really ugly, divisive primary that really doesn't reflect who Alabama is. On the one hand, you've got Jeff Sessions, who is really a divisive figure in Alabama as well as the country. And on the other hand, you've got Tommy Tuberville, who is just an extreme figure the way he has run his campaign, and you would expect to do that. So divisiveness versus extremism, look, we're ready to run against anybody that they want to throw at us because we have basically done things for one Alabama, for every person in this state, from one end of the state to the other. It doesn't matter which zip code they live in. So we are ready and we're prepared.
Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Why don't you subscribe? It's really easy. Just click on that button down there. And for more news from MSNBC, click on any of these videos here for the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more videos from MSNBC with our newsletters. Head over to msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up.